American Congress, they introduced and passed a bill back in 2000, in the year of 2000, and it is called AC-21. So the AC-21 is the short form. The longer name of the law is American Competitiveness in the 21st Century Act. So that act was really, really helpful for H1B visa holders. So today we will discuss how you can get benefit under H1B visa beyond your 6-year status to work in America. So AC-21 law, it provided two significant provisions to skilled immigration workers. One is it allowed H-1B visa workers to change jobs before even obtaining their green cards. Previous to this, the workers were forced to work with an employer for 6 years before they got their green card. So for this first one, we already discussed in our previous session that while you are in H1B, you can definitely transfer your H1B from one employer to another one. You can definitely apply for concurrent H1B. Under concurrent H1B, you can work under two different corporations at the same time. One would be your primary H1B, one would be your concurrent H1B. You can also apply by sponsor yourself under H1B application. So there are many significant benefits of H1B, and the first part that we are going to we mentioned here, we already discussed a few topics, so I'm not going to go that detail about the first one, but the second one is basically our today's topic. The second one is AC-21 were also allowed to extend their status beyond their 6 years. So today we will basically focus on how a H-1B visa holder can work beyond their 6-year limit. So a lot of time people spend 6 years in H-1B but still did not get green card because of some reason. So this is very helpful for them. Let's go to the second slide. Next slide. So what are the AC-21 visa extension requirements? So a lot of time, it's not just you can just go ahead and apply for AC-21 extension. You must meet certain criteria. So there's two kind of extension. One is a 1-year extension. Another one is 3 years extension. Of course, 3 years extension is better than 1-year extension, but depending on your situation, you may be qualified for either 1-year extension or 3-year extension. So let's first talk about 1-year extension. You may extend your visa duration annually on a 1-year incremental basis as long as you initiate the extension process at least 365 days before your 6 years duration date, expiration date. So all it means is, let's say you are in your second 3 years of H-1B visa, and you did not apply for I-140 or have no approved I-140 yet, so you can extend for 1 more year, and each year you can apply for one more year. So it's like a 1-year incremental basis. So every year you can extend 1 more year and you can stay in H-1B status. However, you have to apply at least 365 days before your 6-year expiration date. So this is very significant. A lot of time clients come to us and say, hey, I want to extend my H1B application, and I have, like, let's say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. In that situation, you cannot extend for 1-year extension because you do not have 365 days left over. So for 1-year extension, you must apply before 365 days of your 6th year expiration date. And for the second category, which is 3 years extension, if your priority date is not current but your I-140 has already been approved, you are eligible for applying for a 3-year extension. So this is very significant. That's why recently a lot of people, they are getting NIW approved, but NIW means their I-140 is approved. However, they do not have they cannot apply for I-485 because their priority date is not present in the visa bulletin. If you are in H-1B visa and if you have an approved I-140 but you cannot apply for I-485 because of priority date, you can apply for H-1B extension for 3 years because you already have a I-140 approved. That's why approved I-140 is really, really helpful. And I request my clients, like, if you can apply for NIW, please go ahead, do that. That will definitely help you. So the bottom line is, to apply for a 3 years extension, you must have a I-140 approved. Then you are eligible to apply for I-140. Let's go to the second slide. Okay, so the other critical requirements for an H-1B visa extension are, so this is for the 3-year extension. Right now I'm talking about the 3-year extension. So the change in employment should occur within the same or similar occupational classification. So if you are still employed by the same company, you do not need to worry about that part, because you applied for H1B under the same company, and you applied for I-140 under the same company, so you're good. However, a lot of time people change their employment from company A to company B. If you change your employment from company A to company B, the change in employment should occur within the same or similar occupation. This same or similar occupation is this term, same or similar, is very significant. I will discuss that in my later slides, so please pay attention. The next criteria is your I-140 has been approved or can be approved by the time your I-485 is approved. So this is kind of like a future tense we're talking about. A lot of time we do like our informed guess, when your I-485 would be approved. So even though your I-140 has not been approved yet, but your I-485 may have been approved in that time, then we can apply for 3-year extension. I know this is kind of like a very complex situation. It's very hard to tell that without giving any example. So this is just for information purpose. So just listen to this. If you do not understand, you have to please contact me, and I will explain it for your situation. The third requirement is the form I-140 has been pending for no less than 180 days. That means 6 months. If you do not have a I-140 approved status, however, you applied for I-140 and it has been pending more than 180 days, then you can also apply for 3-year extension. So these are the 3 critical requirements for H1B extension for 3 years. Let's go to the next slide. So now the question is, what are the same or similar job determination? There are many requirements for H1B extension, especially for 3 years, and one of those are like same or similar, and there is no fixed definition for same or similar. But here are 3 situations, 3 requirements that I mentioned here. You have to make sure that your job description, skill requirement, and experience details contained in the I-140 are compared to the new job being offered. They have to be almost the same. So the previous job and the new job, in both scenario, the job description, skill requirement, and experience details must be same or similar. The next one is the DOT code or SOC code mentioned on the labor certification will be used to determine the similar occupational classification of both jobs. So the SOC code that we mentioned in I-140 application, many of you who applied for NIW or going to apply, you will see in page 4 of I-140 application, there is a question for SOC code, and we provide a SOC code. This SOC code is very significant. So when you change your employment from one company to another company, one job to another job, you have to make sure the SOC code is either same or similar. Then the last one is the salary package should be similar to the previous one. It cannot be like significantly different from each one. So let's say in your previous job you got like a $100,000 annual salary. Now you're getting like $60,000 annual salary. So it's not same or similar. So the salary package has to be very same or similar. So there should not be any drastic change in the CTC or stock option either. So those are like the requirement for to be same or similar. Now the question is, what about the dependents? Many times H1B holders, they have dependents under H4. So when they apply for after their 6th year of H1B, when they apply for a 1-year extension or 3-year extension, their dependents also get the extension too. Their extension would be under H4. However, you have to apply it. It will not be automatically granted just because your application was approved. So when you apply for extension, either 1 year or 3 year beyond your 6th year, you must apply H4 extension 2 and try your best to apply similarly at the same time. So both of those will be approved at the same time. So I think that was our presentation on H1B for the second part. And thank you very much for watching.